Today, we're here to walk you through a definitive solution for personnel tracking and safety in your offshore operations. This is all about bringing absolute certainty and efficiency to your JackUp barge. So let me start with a very direct question. If I asked you for your exact headcounts right now, could you give it to me with 100% certainty? You see, with a manual system, any doubt, no matter how small, represents a pretty significant risk. We've laid out a really clear roadmap for our discussion today. First, we'll talk about the high-stakes problem you're currently facing. Then, we'll introduce our dual technology solution. We'll show you how it works day-to-day and in an emergency, and then we'll wrap up with the total benefits for your entire organization. Okay, let's dive into the core issue here, which is all about the risks, the very real risks that come from relying on manual counting in such a critical environment. The plain truth is, manual headcounts are a liability. They're slow, they're open to human error, and when an emergency hits, that little bit of doubt can have huge consequences for safety. And from an operational standpoint, it's just a constant drain on time and resources that, frankly, could be used much better elsewhere. So, how do we fix this? Well, our answer isn't just one piece of technology. It's two, working together perfectly in a single system that gives you both seamless automation and rock-solid guaranteed confirmation exactly when you need it most. At the heart of our system is what we call the dual-chip RFID architecture. It sounds complex, but it's actually very simple. Every person gets one card or one wristband, and inside it are two different technologies, one for automated long-range tracking and the other for deliberate short-range confirmation. And this is the best way to think about it. The long-range UHF system, think of it like the highway patrol. It just sits there and automatically monitors the flow of people moving along a predictable path, like your gangway. The short-range HF system, on the other hand, is like your security guard. It requires a deliberate action, a physical tap, to verify someone is exactly where they claim to be, like at a muster station. So for your people, this whole thing is incredibly simple. They just carry one item, a card or a wristband. That one tag does everything. It handles the passive, hands-free tracking as they walk on and off the barge, and it's what they use for that intentional tap during a muster drill. It's one credential, two functions, totally integrated. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how this works day to day. We'll start with that automated tracking piece, which is all powered by UHF technology. Okay, take a look at this image of the gangway setup. You see those two antennas? They're the key. They're unidirectional, which means they only see what's right in front of them. We've very precisely engineered their placement to create two completely separate detection zones. This isn't just about spotting a tag, it's about creating flawless directional logic. So here's how that logic plays out. An engineer starts walking onto the gangway. Their tag is picked up by the first antenna. You get a little ping. The system notes it, but it doesn't update their location just yet. It's only when they keep walking, and their tag is picked up by the second antenna, that the system confirms that A1 to A2 sequence. Boom. Now it knows they're officially on the gangway, and the dashboard updates instantly. The reverse, of course, confirms they're leaving. And this is so crucial. The system is smart. Someone just standing near one of the antennas or walking by won't trigger a false count. It's that sequence, that A, then B logic, that guarantees you get clean, accurate movement data every single time. No exceptions. And here's what your team in the control room sees. Before the engineer steps out, you've got 300 people on the barge. That instant that A1 to A2 sequence is confirmed, the numbers change. One person is now on the gangway, which means 299 are on the barge. It's live, it's accurate, and it's completely automatic.
So what we're looking at is a demo of a really intelligent tracking system. The user has to be wearing a special silicone wristband. The system calculates an in status only when you cross antenna 1, then antenna 2. As soon as that specific order happens, the dashboard count instantly updates to 1. When you walk back, you pass antenna 2 first. But the system is smart. It waits. It waits until you've also cleared antenna 1. Only then, after seeing that reverse sequence, are you marked out, and the head count updates right away. It's that specific antenna sequencing that ensures every single entry and exit is monitored with pinpoint accuracy.
Okay, now let's shift gears to the most critical function of this whole system, giving you absolute, undeniable certainty during an emergency evacuation. This is where that second technology, HF, really shines. Now, you might be wondering, why not just use the same long-range system for mustering? And that's a great question. A gangway is a perfect controlled corridor. It's ideal for automation. But a muster station, that's an open area. It can be chaotic. People are coming from all over. Using long-range tech here would be a recipe for errors. Missed tags, false reads, you name it. We needed a better way to get 100% certainty. And that better way is what we call intentional action mustering. To be counted as safe, a person has to perform a deliberate physical action. They walk up and they tap their card or their wristband on the HF reader. And I want to be clear, this isn't a limitation. It's the most important safety feature. That tap is an undeniable physical confirmation that they are there. It completely removes all guesswork from the equation. And this is the end result you're aiming for. In the control room, as an evacuation happens, you watch the numbers change in real time. The barge count goes down to 0, the muster station counts go up to 300, and the most important number on that screen is right there in bold, a missing head count of 0. This is the clarity and the confidence that your command team needs when it matters most.
In any emergency, all personnel must immediately report to their designated muster station. The system uses an HF RFID reader to capture the head count, and it's installed right on the bulkhead. Each person has a unique HF-enabled silicon wristband. You just tap it directly onto the reader, and that's it. You're instantly logged. This simple, mandated tap-to-register procedure eliminates chaotic paper checks, delivering precise accountability instantly when safety is the absolute priority.
So let's zoom out now and just quickly summarize the total value this system brings to the table, and I mean for everyone, from the crew on the deck right up to the boardroom. Operationally, the improvements are immediate. You get fully automated movement tracking. You're no longer dependent on a person with a clipboard. You have instant, real-time location data and automatically generated reports. It just means a reliable headcount, all the time. For your emergency response teams, the benefits are literally life-saving. We're talking 100% accurate mustering, which means you instantly know if anyone is missing. That physical tap means there's no confusion. It delivers calm, clear data right in the middle of a potentially chaotic situation. And for management, this system pays for itself. This makes shift transitions faster and safer, which boosts operational uptime. You get clean, audit-ready digital records for compliance, and you get to use your entire workforce for the skilled jobs they were actually hired to do. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? This automation gives valuable time back to your most important people. Your engineers can focus on engineering, your safety officers can focus on safety, and your supervisors can focus on supervising, not on counting heads. So, to wrap it all up, unified solution. You've got the long-range UHF for automated daily movement. You've got the short-range HF for guaranteed emergency mustering. It all works through a single, unified tag for your personnel, and it's all displayed on one central digital dashboard for total, real-time visibility. This system really does provide a clear path forward. So, I'll leave you with this final question. Are you ready to trade the uncertainty and risk of manual counting for the absolute assurance of a fully automated, accurate system?